For a lot of people, myself included, this time of year often can come with a whole lot of stress. Now, for healthy living, it is really, really important to keep your stress levels low. I can't stress that enough. It is a stressful time of year. I know it will be stressful for me, so how do we handle that? I know, on top of work and being in a completely new environment for yourself and doing a coaching course and all sorts of other growth going on, why not make 24 videos after you haven't made a video the entire year? Marvelous! Yeah, so it's been an interesting month. I felt compelled to make these videos and I can't put it any other way. I enjoy doing it, even though sometimes in the moment I really don't enjoy doing it. As with everything, it takes a lot of effort, a lot of creativity, and the more things you have going on, the more difficult it can become to get motivated. But at the same time, following through on it gives you so much energy, or gives me so much energy, that I knew it was a good idea, even if it added extra stress to my life. It also added major motivation and it created and generated so much energy for me. But if you've been closely paying attention, then you know I didn't upload on the last day that I said I would. I intended to make 24 videos in 24 days. And so originally I even intended to make them a day ahead, so the 24th, Christmas Eve, I would be done already. However, as I spoke about in one of the videos, that quickly I got behind on schedule, and that's just like I kept up with my days, but I wasn't ahead anymore. And so when the 24th came, I had two options. Either I really stress out and just quickly put out a video on whatever topic as the last video, and then spend time with my mom before she leaves the next day, or I just take my time, relax, spend time with my mom around Christmas, and then worry about video later. So of course I did that. For those last 2 days we went to Festival of Lights, which was amazing, in this big park where I last saw Rammstein earlier this summer, which was also amazing, but in a very different way. And it was good, it was fun, and I kind of needed that. It was also the start of my vacation. It was the end of the working year for me, even though I'm doing this now and it technically still is 2022. It was time to take it easy and to just take a step back and to start kind of regaining energy and to not put so much pressure on myself. I think one of the reasons that this time of year is so stressful for me, often and especially this year, is because of all of the expectations you put on the entire year. When we start out in a new year, there's a tendency, even if you don't set strict New Year's resolutions, there's a tendency to be, this is gonna be the year, this year everything's going to happen. And I mean, this year was amazing. This year was incredible, and so many things happened. It really was like this year I knocked on the door of the universe and it opened and said like, hey, look here. Here's everything you've ever asked for and more. But then the universe turned around and slammed the door in my face. So that was fun. Some of you watching will know some of the things that I'm referring to, some of you won't. I'm not going to talk about that here. But loads of things happened this year. With everything, it's a question of good thing, bad thing, I don't know. And when you come to the end of such a year, all that pressure just starts to rise, because then you're like, okay, yeah, but I also set out to achieve this and this and this, and I haven't done that yet. Or maybe I want even more, or maybe I thought of more, or I expected less, or like all of this mind chatter that you just can drive yourself crazy with. And that is just a part of the entire pressure that this season tends to put on people, if you're open to that. Luckily, these days, I am well enough in touch with what is going on in my body and my mind that I notice semi in time when I'm going too hard. I mean, I was only sick for a week. All of this stress is so related to expectations of wanting certain results and wanting them by a certain time. And it's okay to have goals. It's very necessary to have some goals in order to know where you're going, or to kind of have some direction in what you're doing. But once you set your goals, you need to let go of the attachment to the result and just enjoy the ride there. And a lot of people, and definitely I, have a tendency to get so stuck on achieving that specific result that you get this tunnel vision towards that, and the entire process is just you want to get it out of the way because you want to be there. And that just doesn't work, and it burns you out because nothing ever goes exactly according to plan. And in the end, that doesn't even really matter, because do we really know what we want? I would say no. Often when I have been able to let go of the result, even better things happen. And so the biggest lesson of this year for me is to really be present in where I'm going. I can set goals, I can set direction, and then let go of that. Keep it somewhere in your mind, of course, where you're going, but let go of the attachment to that result, to that specific result, and just be here, enjoy the entire ride. I keep getting pulled back into roller coaster metaphors.
Now, I've never been upside down, especially not in a train.
Thanks, Eric. But it really is quite like a roller coaster ride, in a way that if you were to go into a roller coaster and be like, oh, this is gonna be so amazing once I get out of it and can enjoy what happened. I hope they take the pictures so I can look at the pictures of how the journey was. I know I'm gonna feel so amazing at the end. And then you go through the roller coaster and you're there like, this is taking long. When do we get there? And then when you finally stop at the end, you're like, that was amazing. I'm feeling so great now. I wish I got here sooner. Because what happens? By the end, it's like, that was amazing. When can I do it again? Or if you don't like roller coasters, then you're probably like, let's never do that again. But I mean, you get what I'm saying. You have your ups and downs throughout the process, and it might not go where you want it to go, where you think it's going, but that's the fun of it. So for next year, I'm really gonna do my best to let go of attachment and to just enjoy the roller coaster ride. I'm going to hate roller coasters if this keeps up. With all that said, I had an amazing year. Next year is also gonna be amazing, because every moment is pretty cool if you think about it. Time goes fast enough anyways. Just enjoy where you are at. Everything will be fine. Anyway, with that, I hope you had happy holidays. I wish you a very happy new year with everything amazing coming your way, and just enjoy the ride. I'm gonna do my best. See you next year.